Hello,
Hello,
Gelato
Gelato
Familia.
Familia.
We are back with another video. Today, we are going to talk about some Universal news actually on both coasts with Universal Hollywood and Universal Orlando. So,
Mhm.
we're going to kick it off. We're going to start over here on the
Of
West Coast
course.
because we got to start it off with the West Coast. So, I'm going to share my screen here. And this comes from, I believe it's Parks and Cons. Yes, Parks and Cons. So, that Universal recently dropped their 2026 event guide, which I think is very interesting because usually they start dropping their 2026 like very late in the year and then early on in the year if there's like nothing going on. But I love how Universal has everything already set up. Like
Yes.
we just ended Halloween Horror Nights 2025 and they already have Horror Nights dates set for next year.
Mhm.
And then we're about to go into the holidays with Grinchmas, and they don't have the date set up, but they have like obviously the timeline, but it's still part of the roster. But in any case, we're going to kind of go one by one here, and we're going to start off with actually at the very top here, the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift new roller coaster in 2026. Now,
Mm.
I think as of right now, they are doing hard testing of the ride vehicles and the track and everything.
Yes.
The uh, the brakes, and everything of how the vehicles are maneuvering and everything. So I think they're going to do some more testing of that, just because I think they were going to do testing like that anyway. But I feel like all the more with what Universal went through with the Stardust Racers and everything,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So
They
I
just
think,
want to make sure
yeah, because this roller coaster actually seems more intense
it's on the
than
side of a
Stardust.
mountain, people.
Yeah, so they have to make sure everything is good to go. But I think they're moving very quickly, like as far as like what the testing goes. But still, again, keeping it on the safe side. Um, but I have a feeling, and this is just my prediction. This is the Italiano prediction. I feel like that they're going to wait till after the holidays and January, February, when there's nothing really going on. People are just like getting over the hype of all the holidays from Halloween and Christmas and everything. That I feel like that would be the perfect time, the sweet spot to open a brand new attraction because we're going to get into some other events that Universal is going to be holding throughout the year. That I feel like they're going to want that roller coaster opened
Yes.
before these events.
Mhm.
So, kind of kicking it off, as I was mentioning, with February through March, is the pass member bonus benefit. And it says pass member exclusive. So, I guess they're going to have some like benefits that's going to come to us annual pass members because we're platinum pass holders. So, from like the month of February into March. But they don't say specifically of what that is. So, I'm wondering, does that include with the Fast and the Furious? Are we going to get annual pass early previews and stuff like that? So
maybe.
that might tie into. So definitely keep an eye out on the February March thing because maybe that's the time for Fast and Furious. Next up, from March to May, is Butterbeer season. Now I got to tell you something, folks. I love me a good butterbeer, and she knows, and anybody that knows me, that anytime I get a butterbeer, I go full Bob Iger. I don't go one, I get two. I double fist. I usually just get the cold one. The butterbeer icy is really good too. I'm not too much of a fan of the hot one just because it's like it's so hot out here in California already. I don't need a hot one. Maybe like if during the cold season, maybe, but I just love a traditional butterbeer. So the fact that they have butterbeer season, I'm for sure they'll probably have specialty butterbeers as well.
Yeah. And then they also had last year they had specialty like desserts that incorporated the butterbeer flavor.
Oh yeah, they have like
Cream puff.
the cream puff. Oh, the cream puff is really good. Friend of ours, Mr. Jay Shear, when he was out here for Universal, because it was a while that he was out here, that he ended up getting the butterbeer cream puff, and then it eventually had me getting the butterbeer cream puff, and I have to say it was really good, really good. Now, one of the biggest events that Universal is going to be holding, kicking it off in 2026, we have our ticket already. for the first night, which we're also going to get like a complimentary exclusive medallion for going the first night, and also booking for um, pre-sale, is coming back for its second year after its blockbuster first year run, is Universal's Fan Fest Nights.
Yes.
And it's kicking off April 23rd and is going to run through May 16th. But as we said, we're gonna go on April 23rd, and the only thing that we know of it is that they have a kind of like a combination of like Scooby-Doo and the classic Universal monsters,
Yes.
and they're kind of like mesh them together. But you had a theory about where the location's going to be.
Yeah, because they say it's the back lot, but you have to remember the back lot's pretty big. And a lot of people are saying, oh no, that means that they're not going to have the Back to the Future again if they're going to use the back lot. But you have to remember that there is the space studio, I believe 12, is it?
I think it's 12, yeah.
Where they have behind, they have the wedding venue and like behind the Jurassic Park area, there is that studio there. They did film the classic Universal monsters, and it was really cool because that year that they used, not this last season but the previous season, they had one maze in that studio, and it just brought the nostalgia because they used the vampires in that one, but they could like do the experience there, and it pays tribute to the Universal monsters.
Sort of like how they paid tribute to the Back to the Future while they had Hill Valley, where they
that's
filmed.
exactly where they filmed those classic Universal monsters.
So that would be really cool. And I like the creativity that, how can you make a storyline with the classic Universal monsters? Because with them being very old films, how do you put a story behind that? Well, if you put Scooby-Doo in mixed with it, kids can relate to it. And then, of course, with the monsters, it's like unveiling who the monsters are. And, so that was kind of clever of how Universal did that. I'm for sure we might see some fan favorites come back. I really do hope Back to the Future comes back.
Yes.
No pun intended. Because I really enjoyed that. Plus, I would like to have more time to kind of like enjoy myself down there. If they still hold it in Hill Valley.
I liked Yoshi.
Yes, she got that. She waited. She pushed a stroller out of the way. It was the stroller, folks. There was no baby inside. It was just the stroller. She pushed the stroller out of the way because it was blocking the entrance.
Yes.
And everybody was rushing to get in. And we were the first ones there. I kid you not. We were the first ones there because we just missed the cutoff for the first set.
And then they were like, oh, you can't stand here. I was like, well, who's blocking this thing?
Yeah. And everyone started crowding. And I go up to a team member and I'm like, we were told we can't stand here, but everyone's standing here. And this is the answer. And I kid you not, this is the answer that we got from them was, well, you can only tell someone so much. I don't care. It's like, okay, I don't care. Well, it's like, if it's rules, you still have to implement them if you don't put your foot down. But it's like, if you don't want to do anything about it, it's like, fine, then we're going back and we're standing where we were. And you better not tell us to move, because then you better tell everyone else to move.
Mm-hmm.
Don't heat up the Italiano and the Filipino. Don't do that. But yes, she did get to see Yoshi, and I did actually make a short out of it where Yoshi's coming out and we're all chanting Yoshi, Yoshi. He's so cute. You could meet like different the blue, the pink, but you would have to do the Yoshi like egg hunt, which a lot of people didn't really care for. I can't speak on that because we didn't try it. It would have taken too much time. I just wish that you could just meet them.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we saw the original green Yoshi.
Yes. And he pumped up the crowd.
Which, speaking of Yoshi and Mario and Nintendo and what have you, that at the time of this recording, tomorrow they are dropping, I think, the first teaser trailer to Super Mario Galaxy Movie, which is the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie, from Illuminations and everything. So I definitely want to check that out, and definitely will be doing a teaser trailer reaction to that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Moving along, we have the Pass Member Collectible Giveaway, which is in May. Don't know really what that is including. It just says Pass Member Exclusive, but we'll definitely check that out. Then there's a pass member special event May through June. Again, doesn't really give a whole lot of details because they're just releasing just the initial thing. So, I mean, hey, we're pass members. We're here for the event. So if it's May through June, I'm going to try to shoot for the beginning, of May. And then also returning for its second year, June through August is the Mega Movie Summer. Now, the thing with that was, they had it around the time it was for Jaws 50th anniversary and everything, and they had these cool desserts and also Back to the Future and everything. I'm not sure what they're going to include with the Mega Movie Summer, but I feel like the Mega Movie Summer could do much better once they start having a nighttime show, like how Universal Orlando has, or a parade. And I know Universal Hollywood, that's very hard to do because it's literally the park is built on a hill.
Yes.
There's multiple platforms. So how in the world can you do a parade? And how can you do? They can find ways to do a nighttime parade, especially if they use drones. But I think that would help Mega Movie Summer out a lot. And then obviously July 3rd and 4th is the 4th of July celebration. Now, I'm curious because Eve, that we'll be going to this year, that we did last year, was included with our Platinum Pass. Is the 4th of July included?
I don't know.
I'm curious. Or is that a separate thing? I would think it's included if you're a Platinum holder, knowing Universal. I wouldn't mind going to the 4th of July celebration because you can't get in with Disney. I think, don't they usually have those blocked out?
Usually, I think
that you have to buy a separate ticket.
I don't know.
Not sure of that. I'll have to look into that. If with our Inspire keys, if we could get in for the 4th of July just one time, I know it'll be crazy busy, but I've never been to the parks on the 4th of July. So if it is included with our Magic Key, maybe do one day at Disney and then one day at Universal, kind of experience both the 4th of July. Of course, I do know in between that we have to go visit Abby's mom because that's her birthday. So that it's not celebrating the 4th of July, it's celebrating Mama Peachy's birthday. She convinces that the fireworks are for her birthday. So, and you know what, that's a great way to look at it.
It is.
That's just how it is. It's
my mama deserves it.
Yes, the fireworks are not for our independence. It's for her birthday. So definitely shout out to Mama Peachy. Then August through September is Back to Hogwarts. I don't know necessarily what that is. I think that's very interesting. That's something new. I don't think, but I love that because August through September is the back to school kind of thing for kids. So Back to Hogwarts. So I like that kind of play on thing. I'm very curious to know what that is. And then August through September also pass member appreciation days. So that's Universal giving us appreciation that we're annual pass members. I wish Disney would do something like that because, I mean, look at it. Pass member appreciation days, pass member collectible giveaway, pass member special event, pass member bonus benefits. Go through the whole entire season and what Universal does. And you think for how much that we're paying on these Magic Keys that Disney would just give us something a little extra, And then, as I was mentioning a little bit ago, with Halloween Horror Nights, they already have the freaking dates. And it is right here. Now, this is a specialty ticketed event. This you do need to pay for. But for what Universal offers, I could see why you would need an upcharge ticket. But even then, with our Platinum Pass, you do get a free Universal
general admission.
Yeah. So it's on select nights from September 3rd to November 1st. So September 3rd is going to be the very first day of Halloween Horror Nights, which I would like to be their first day. Because that is, I like how they, even though it's the beginning of September, it's still kind of fall Halloween season. So I'm okay with going to the first day. Going in August, that's where you lose me, because that's what we did for Oogie Boogie, and it was nice, but I just wasn't ready to be in the Halloween season. So we're definitely going to do Oogie Boogie again next year, but we're definitely going to do it like late September, early October. That's what I would like to. That's my goal.
Yes.
Oh, and then in November, again, past member collectible giveaway. So we'll be there for that. And then basically what we're about to go through now, but for next year, November through December, is the holidays at Universal. And with it showcasing the Grinch, obviously we'll probably get Grinchmas back, which Ron Howard's live action adaptation of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey and Taylor Momsen, celebrating 25 years, 25th anniversary of the Grinch.
Yeah.
Which it is coming back in theaters, and we will be going to see that. I definitely want to see that in theaters again. And just recently, Jim Carrey and Taylor Momsen had a little Grinch reunion at the Rock and Roll, I think, Hall of Fame. Which, because also Taylor Momsen is now more into her music. She has her own band, The Pretty Reckless. So yeah, just a little fun fact. And also in December, past member Holiday Park Takeover.
Yeah, we're doing that this year.
Which we're doing that this year. So obviously they're doing it next year, and we will be there for that. And then of course also what we're going to do this year that we did last year, but
Eve.
Probably do next year as well. Eve on December 31st. I think now that I know like what to expect with Universal, because at the time when we did Eve last year, I was still trying to get my feel for the park. So now that I've been out there and I know like what the events are, we basically just plopped ourselves in one location and was just there all night, which was cool. They played a lot of cool music, but I think I want to check out some of the other DJs and everything, because they have like a pop music section. They have a rock and roll. They have a rap, R&B, hip hop. They have like I think country, heavy metal. So they have like different sections. They have what was it, like a techno, electronica kind of thing. Yeah. So they have like different sections and everything. So that is everything that is involved with the Universal Studios Hollywood 2026 event guide. I do know that probably Universal Orlando also has a guide, but they do theirs a little bit differently. So recently they just dropped 2026 for Universal Hollywood. But usually some of the stuff that they hold in Orlando does kind of mirror Hollywood. So probably a lot of these would be as well. But we're just covering the Hollywood one because that's usually where we do all our events and everything. So I'm going to go over to the next subject. But while I'm getting that all set up, what is your take on the 2026 season?
It's crazy that they already dropped it, because it was literally right after finishing Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
But excited. I unfortunately do not want to do 3 Halloween Horror Nights next year.
Yes.
Because my knee is still recovering. So.
Yeah. We did a lot for the holiday season.
Well, because we've been doing Halloween since August, so
yeah, and we did multiple. As she had mentioned, we did multiple Halloween Horror Nights. So probably for her, she'll probably just do the free one. I'll probably do a few, just because I enjoy it. I enjoy Halloween Horror Nights. I really do. I just love the atmosphere. I love the houses. So I'll probably do them a few times.
And then I don't know if I'll do Not Scary this year.
Yeah, Not Scary Farm, really. Like she did. How many did you do? 5? I'm surprised you did
5 of the houses, and I was like done after the first one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so
like after number 5, I'm like, can I just sit here and you come back for me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy snacks.
Yes. But the beauty part too with Fright Fest out in Six Flags is, even if she doesn't want to partake in that, she could still stay. So that I do like.
Yeah.
But in any case, that's all the Halloween stuff that we did. So she will not be doing all that she did She more so stuck it out for me because it
Because it
was
was
my
first
first
time.
time for all of this. So now she's like, you got to see the promised lands. So next
And you
year,
got to see me cry.
yeah, or hear her cry
Cry.
in the videos. Yes. But speaking of which, with Universal Hollywood moving over there, um, they just released um, some news for Epic Universe.
Hmm.
And this is coming from Attraction Insight. A new permit filed last week for Epic Universe details site utilities and foundation work for a 150,000 square foot building, about the size of the expansion plot behind the Ministry of Magic,
Ooh.
fueling speculation a new attraction could be in development. So I'm going to bring these photos up a little bit here. So this is the entranceway when you go into for Harry Potter at Epic Universe,
Yeah.
and this is an image from behind the thrills, and basically everything that's in green, that's the space
Wow.
that of the 150,000 square foot permit, a building, not 150,000 square foot permit. That'd be a pretty big permit building for like a permit that was filed. So I mean that's a huge chunk of land there.
Mhm.
And then there it is from the one and only Bio Reconstruct. And then here is Harry Potter Paris, and then right here is the massive show building for Ministry of Magic. So the building would be sitting literally right next to Ministry of Magic. And then I guess right here, where you see this wall, I don't know if you can see the cursor where this wall is. I'm assuming this wall would be removed, and it would be an extra entranceway
Actually.
to whatever this is going to be. Now,
Wow.
well, here's the thing. So that was the speculation that what the 150,000 square foot building is. We don't know if that's exactly where it's going to go because there is other there's more foundation, there's more expansion pads throughout Epic Universe that it could potentially go for, because they did say this was for Epic Universe, but people are just speculating that it's this because this is about the size of it.
Okay.
So there was supposedly going to be 2 attractions for Harry Potter. The other one was, it was supposed to be like a VR kind of flying on a broomstick kind of thing. I don't know if they're still going to go that route because Universal's trying to get out of like the 3D element of attractions and what have you. So I feel like they would be going backwards if they did that. Now, of course, they still could do the attraction minus like the 3D. So it can kind of be like a Flight of Passage kind of thing, but you're on a broomstick. Okay. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Or they may do something completely, totally different. Mm-hmm. Again, it is an expansion pad that obviously, I don't know if, unless they would add, I don't think they would add another portal because you would have to go through a portal to get to a portal. So this is definitely marked for Harry Potter. Yeah. Now, I don't know if they would be wanting to wait till the new series comes out to add something. I'm not sure. But that is a possibility that it is going to be marked for Harry Potter. Another possibility would be Dark Universe, because there also was supposed to be a 3rd attraction that was based off of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah. And they were supposed to utilize a ride system that's like a hybrid of a roller coaster and a water log flume. And actually it's the same ride system that's going into the new ride that's going into Dollywood in 2026, which I did cover that with Jared from Capture the Magic. Definitely go back and check out the video on the Holo Gelato playlist, for sure. But so there is that. They could potentially do that. I don't know if that is 150,000 square foot like the Harry Potter is, but again, it's just adding speculation.
Yeah.
Also, too, there is one other spot that they could potentially be utilizing, and that is in Super Nintendo World, where they could possibly add something with Zelda.
Ooh.
Because I do know that Zelda does have a presence inside Epic Universe. Like they have Link in the steel glass and what have you. And obviously, I think they're going to want to utilize Zelda sooner or later in Epic Universe.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to wait till the movie comes out. I know the movie got pushed back, but it's kind of hard to tell. But I think they're going to want to go that route anyway. So they'll probably utilize the video game. I don't know if they would go because the Zelda movie is supposed to be live action.
Yeah.
So
I think they'll go video game.
They'll
route.
probably go video game route, so it matches the rest of the land. And I do know that there's a big platform there as well. So again, I'm not sure if it'll be 150,000, but I think a lot of people are aiming for Harry Potter because I think when they measured it, that one was like almost like 150,000.
Okay.
You know, so again, we'll just have to wait and see. But I thought it was something worth mentioning that they are moving.
Already, yeah.
Yeah. It's a brand new park.
It hasn't been a year since it's open yet, but they're already thinking of expanding it.
When I think Epic Universe, the way that the park is designed, they definitely have to add more.
Yes.
Because they need to add capacity.
Because when those stupid thunderstorms hit, only 4 rides can be open.
So yeah, so I'm hoping that whatever expansion they do with Super Nintendo World, with Dark Universe, with Harry Potter, they need to have more indoor. They have to.
They have to. Because I would look at the wait time when we were there, and once the thundercloud comes, they're down to 4 rides.
Yep, and in Florida, of how they operate, they just don't go by rain. They go by the lightning patterns, like how far lightning is from the park. And if they detect any kind of lightning, we may not see it, but through their weather kind of machinery and stuff like that, they have to close it down. And that is for precaution, for safety. Universal has to do what they have to do. That also goes Disney. Disney has to do it as well. We were on Dumbo, not a raindrop,
but because they saw that there was potential for the
lightning. I think it's a 5-mile radius.
They dropped our Dumbo.
They literally dropped us. Like it was like Dumbo meets Tower of Terror. Boom.
So
like woo. Like okay, we thought the ride broke down, but then they said we had to do an immediate shutdown. So again, that's just what all the parks in Florida have to do. I'm for sure SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Legoland, they probably all have to do it. But yeah, it's just speaking with Epic Universe, there is a lot of outdoor rides, which that is the downside when you have a state that constantly has rain. You know, so you have to have indoor rides there as well. But yeah, that was just some Universal news we wanted to bring to you today regarding Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Orlando. Please comment down below on anything that we talked about. What are you excited for? What are you looking forward to? Do you get to go to Universal Studios Hollywood? Do you get to go to Universal Orlando? If you haven't been there in a long time, are you planning on going? If you've never been there at all, are you interested? Are you not interested? All that good jazz. We'd love to hear from you guys.
We're going in March. So if there's anything that you want us to cover, you want us to film, like I know some people, they say they like to watch us do it because they're not there. So if you have any suggestions, comment down below.
Yes, absolutely. And we will do our best to
I don't know if I'm getting on Stardust Racers
to make that happen. And again, either way, we'll be giving you guys content while we're there. But yes, I will be doing Stardust Racers because I really wanted to do Stardust Racers.
You wanted it the last time.
I tried to sneak it in there
multiple times.
I tried to sneak it in there.
Please. I was like, you had surgery 2 days ago.
Yes. And then I'm like, okay. And then I kind of like nonchalantly tried to get it in there.
can we go back on the
Monsters Unchained,
Monsters Unchained? Can we try
Yoshi.
and then also Stardust Racers, and then we can get some food? I was like,
And she said, yeah, we
yes,
could do all that.
all of that except
And I'm like,
Stardust Racers.
dang. But I'm glad that she talked me out of not doing it because I would have been in a world full of hurt.
Mhm.
But hopefully, fingers crossed that I'll be able to experience it in March for sure. But in any case, we want to thank everyone for joining us today. This is Abby. I'm George, the Disney Italiano. And as I always say in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, wait a minute. I did it again, didn't I? It's all universal, baby.